Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I watched her walk out that night. No shouting. No desperate questions. No last-second plea to stay. Just a silence so heavy it settled in my chest and lived there for months. Because deep down I already knew the truth. You can't cling to someone who has already let go of you. She packed slowly, almost hesitantly, like she was waiting for me to stop her. But I didn't move. And when she paused at the doorway, just a moment longer than necessary, it felt like she was offering me one final chance. Still, my feet were glued to the floor. People always say love is worth fighting for, but sometimes real love means recognizing when the fight is already over. And that night, she was gone long before she walked away. We had once imagined a whole future together. A small house with a blue door. A dog racing through a backyard. A trip to Italy we swore we'd take when money wasn't tight. 2 names scribbled on napkins, baby names we joked about. She'd smile during those conversations, reach for my hand, tease me about how she'd decorate the nursery. It all felt so real. Or at least I believed it was. But somewhere in the middle of all our plans, something shifted. I noticed it in the way her eyes drifted during conversations. In how her touch became routine instead of intentional. Still I held on. Still I hoped. Right up until the night she didn't anymore. The days after blurred into one long ache. Mornings without goodbyes. Nights without her telling me to drive safely. It's strange how someone can be your entire world one day and nothing but empty space the next. I didn't delete her number. I didn't tear up our photos. I just drifted through life halfway alive, halfway waiting, halfway convinced she'd remember what we were. Healing came quietly. No dramatic outbursts. No movie-style epiphanies about self-worth. No symbolic burning of memories. Just cold coffee and silent mornings. Just lonely roads with an empty passenger seat. Just quiet Friday nights staring at ceilings, wondering if she ever thought of me. Spoiler. She never reached out. Not once. And each day that passed without a message chipped away at me, convincing me that maybe I was easier to forget than I ever imagined. But life has a cruel, ironic way of resurrecting the ghost you thought you buried. Almost exactly a year later, someone knocked on my door. A gray afternoon, the kind of sky that feels like a warning before a storm. I opened the door expecting a stranger. It was her. Her hair was longer. Her face looked thinner. Her eyes, once bright with mischief, now carried something heavier, regret. She held a worn cardboard box in her arms. No hello. No smile. Just a hesitant look, like she wasn't sure if she deserved to be standing there. Her hands trembled as she offered me the box. Inside were pieces of the future we once imagined together. The brochure for the house we dreamed of. Our Italy itinerary, creased and stained. A tiny pair of baby shoes she'd bought just in case. Old photos, ticket stubs, scribbled notes from cookbooks. Our past packed neatly into a box. I couldn't move. I couldn't even swallow. Then she finally spoke. I thought I could start over. I thought forgetting would be easy. But every corner I turned, it wasn't mine. It was ours. Every plan I tried to make, everything I tried to build, it all led back to you. Her voice shook. She clutched the box like it was the only thing keeping her upright. I thought someone new would fix me. I thought pretending would help. But every reminder of what I tried to force just showed me how real you were. There was a time I dreamed of hearing those words. A time I pictured her returning, broken, realizing what she'd thrown away. But standing there now, I didn't feel triumph. I didn't feel rage. I felt peace. Because the man she left wasn't the man I had become. I had already learned how to live without the pieces she shattered. And no apology, no matter how sincere, could reverse that. She set the box gently at my feet, almost like it was something sacred. I'm not here to ask for another chance, she whispered. I just needed you to know that what we had was real. You were real. I just wasn't strong enough to stay. I nodded. No anger. No heartbreak. Just a quiet gratitude that I survived a love strong enough to break me, but not strong enough to remain. She turned and walked away. No promises. No maybe someday. Just 2 people who once planned forever but ended as a lesson. I closed the door, sat on the floor and opened the box. One memory at a time. One piece of our old life after another. I let every emotion hit me. And then, finally, I let it go. Sometimes the people we love most are the ones who teach us how to survive without them. And sometimes when they return, it isn't to start again. Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers.